Hey, my beautiful Gemini peeps. What's going on, everybody? It's Ant from CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at y'all with your mid-September 2022 tarot reading. How are you? I hope y'all are well. And without further ado, we're going to jump on into this, and we shall see what is up. What do we got going on here for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, regarding your mid-September 2022, please? Let's see what information we have in store here for you. What do we got showing up here for the zodiacs of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next, I guess, 2 weeks, if you want to put it that way. I'm on daily reading time, guys. Don't mind me. If you know me and if you watch my dailies, you know that you always hear me say in the next 24 hours. This is going to be for your mid-September. Let's go ahead and get ourselves this last shuffle, and we'll see what's going on here for the Gemini. So we got here the Knight of Cups showing up here for you first. Knight of Cups. Big card of offering. You could be offering something to somebody. You could be offering your love. This also could be the energy, though, too, of moving in a different direction right now based upon what fulfills you. So there could be change going on here for a few of you. Moving into the next card, we do got the Ace of Pentacles, opportunity. So it could be an opportune time for a new love offer or a new type of love interest. But if that's not the case here for you, it could be about a new opportunity to make a new investment, new job, new hobby. It could be anything like that. Having a look here at the last two cards, the last two overall energies for you, we also do have here the Strength card, and we do got here the Three of Swords. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Gemini, jumping into mid-September 2022, we got here Knight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Strength card, and we got the Three of Swords. Looking at all these energies coming in here for you, like I mentioned previously, Knight of Swords here to the Ace of Pentacles, I do feel like there is going to be some sort of new opportunity for you. Whatever this new opportunity might be, it could be a new job, new hobby, it could be a new love interest, or it could just be like, hey, I'm figuring out a new direction I want to move my life into. Now, having a look here at the Strength card to the Three of Swords, you know, this is the energy of like having to stay strong through the hard times in life. I think that there has been a hurdle you've overcome recently. There has been a pretty difficult moment you've overcome in your life recently. And I think that that's why you're kind of in this energy of wanting to pack up and go and wanting to move into new directions, because if I am to stay exactly where I am, it's going to be kind of a constant reminder of my past. So I do feel like many of you here are starting a new path in your life because you don't want to be around a constant reminder of whatever your past might be. For those of you that went through breakups, maybe it's time to get out of the house that you lived with your partner in. You know, maybe it's time to get a new home, get a new apartment. For those of you guys that are dealing with situations where maybe a certain job was not resonating with you anymore, it's like, okay, there's nothing tying me down to where I live anymore because I only lived here for the job. So it's time to move out and really go explore what I want to do with my career now. So I really feel like if there's anything I could say here the most for you, Gemini, it feels like this month is kind of just getting things figured out, especially when it comes towards your new life. I do think that your past is being left behind, and you don't want to be in the place where it's a constant reminder of whatever your past is. I feel like many of you here are in a pretty pack and go type of energy in mid-September, but you're doing it because it's like, it's time for a new part of my life. It's time for a new chapter to start, and I don't want to be constantly surrounded by my past. So that's what I see here kind of being the overall energies for you regarding mid-September. Let's go ahead and check out and see what'll be coming up in here for you in the second half of the month. So what's going to be coming in here for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, regarding mid-September 2022. What is going to be coming in here, please, for the zodiac signs of Gemini? Having a look here at the first card out, we got the Sun. Hello, Sun card being the card of happiness. Very positive energy to see here for you. Moving on into the next card, we do have here the Death. And then having a look here at two more cards, we do got here the Five of Cups, followed up here with the Seven of Wands. Yeah, like I said, I really do feel like many of you are overcoming hurdles in your life. Whatever this past situation was that recently panned out for you, because it feels more like the recent past to me. For some of you Geminis, maybe it's not the recent past that is at hand here. Maybe something occurred a while ago, but you're finally getting the motivation now to like pack up and go. We have to acknowledge, right, too, Mercury's currently in retrograde at this time. With Mercury in retrograde, it could be a pretty avid reminder of the past, whether recent or distant past, that we've experienced. Mercury tends to bring up everything that's bugging us, everything that's bothering us, and everything that needs to change. And with Mercury, it's kind of like confront what you need to and deal with it right now, or I'm going to bug the crap out of you until you do. That's kind of the way that I view Mercury retrograde. Mercury is very, very pestering. but it does it so that we can go ahead, pack up, and move forward. It does it so that we have no more attachments to our past, and so that we don't continue to hold on to stuff that really isn't serving us and working within our favors. So Gemini, I feel like in mid-September 2022, especially with this Mercury retrograde energy being so strong, it's going to really bring up something in your life that you need to move on from. You know, whether it was a breakup that occurred recently or it occurred years ago. I think that whatever kind of constant reminder and constant cycle you've been trapped in, you know, Mercury says, hey, it's time to free yourself from this cycle. So it doesn't have to be love for everybody, by the way. It doesn't have to be like a breakup that happened here for any of you. It could be that you just don't want to be tethered to a place of living anymore because you no longer work a certain job that required you to live in a certain space. And it's like, I'm excited now to be free and start my new career and live wherever the hell I want. You know, maybe there's certain people in your life that you burned a lot of bridges with, could even be friends, could even be family. And it's like, now that I'm no longer tied and bound to these people, I can't wait to associate myself with new individuals or new locations to live or new locations to go just be around, right? So I feel like in mid-September 2022, Mercury is really going to bring to the forefront an issue that needs to be handled, confronted in order for you to let it go and move on and start this new chapter and new journey of your life. So taking a look here, getting back into what's going to be coming in here for you, I do sense a lot of happiness here looking at the Sun card. I think you're going to be incredibly happy that you were able to leave your past in the past this time. And with the Death card coming into play here, Death card represents brand new beginnings. The Death card is out with the old and in with the new. It's a very transformative type of energy. It is Scorpio energy. For some of you, you might meet a Scorpio this month. So a Scorpio could be entering your life, okay? Also a Leo here could be entering your life too. Either way, though, with the Death card coming into play here, super transformative energy just represents that things in your life are changing. And what's changing essentially is you're going into your new chapter. Now, we do got here the Five of Cups and we do got here the Seven of Wands. I feel like the Seven of Wands is just overcoming the pain. It's overcoming the grief that you've gone through for such a long time. You know, whether it was a recent past or distant past, you know, you had something that kept you really tethered and stuck in a cycle in your life that wasn't really serving you or doing you any good. I definitely feel like with the Seven of Wands coming in here for you, it's like, I've overcome the hurdles. I've overcome the pain. I've overcome the challenges of my life. I'm really ready for something new. I'm really ready to just move on and open up this new chapter to my story, you know, which I think is really freaking awesome. I love that for you. You know, Mercury is a very shit or get off the pot type of energy, you know. Move on from what you got to move on from, or I'm going to keep bugging you until you do. Mercury retrograde really likes to get people to go forward. And even if we don't see it that way, and we think it's like this crazy negative time, Mercury is not negative at all. Mercury is just there to kick your butt so that you can be in a better place. All right? All right, baby. So let's go ahead and move on forward. Let's take a look at some of the things that you might not be aware about this month that's going to be going on. So is there any information that Gemini needs to know that they may not be aware about regarding mid-September 2022? Having a look here at the first card out, we do got here the Ace of Swords. I was going to show my front camera, but over here, I forget now, we have the bottom camera doing most of the work. So Ace of Swords could be about a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I do feel here for you, there's a lot of clarity that you might not be aware about just yet. There is also a lot of truth that I don't think you've seen yet either. So I feel like moments of clarity are going to be coming in here for you. I think there's a lot more clarity around you than you think. Now, I do got here Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is options and opportunities. There's more resources available to you than you currently acknowledge. What does this mean here, Gemini? Well, this means that there is more out there for you than you currently think. So I feel like the universe here is trying to say, get out of your limited mind or think outside the box. There's more for you that you can do right now than ever, is what I'm hearing here too. Especially like every time we move out of a cycle that we've been stuck in, that we've been tethered to for like a very, very long time, it's one of the most freeing times in our lives. You know, let's say we got out of a relationship. Okay, we don't have that relationship anymore telling us that we can't be with other people. We don't have that relationship anymore potentially telling us that we can't do certain things. So there's no limitation in that aspect. You're single. You can mingle with whoever. You can go out and do whatever you want to do. So it's like you have a certain extension or a certain level of freedom now as your past is now being left behind in the past. And if it's not about love and it's about maybe a job that you had to live somewhere specifically to work that job, it's like now I have the freedom to choose where I want to move to, where I want to live, where I want to work. So whatever cycle came to an ending here for you, it's given you this certain level of freedom. I feel like the universe here is trying to say there's a lot more freedom in store here for you than you think, Gemini. There is a lot more that you can do, and you just have to be willing to think outside the box. So you might not be so aware of it at this time. You might still feel quite limited, especially after being limited for so long. So try to really recognize your freedom here is what I feel like they're saying. All right. Moving on forward, though, into the other cards that we have, we also do got here the Knight of Swords. And then lastly, for you, Gemini, we do got here the Lovers. Something you might not be aware about is someone here who is interested in pursuing you. Gemini. You might have a secret lover here for some of you. Lover's card here to the Knight of Swords usually represents a person who wants to move in the direction of love with you. So this is somebody here who wants to be romantically involved. So there is a chance here, Gemini, that you might not be aware of somebody who wants to be romantically involved with you. Chances are this person might have been trying to show that to you, but maybe you haven't picked up on the signs. So I would be a little bit more mindful of the people around you. They might actually be giving you signals, but maybe you haven't picked up on them. So maybe the universe is saying, be a little bit more aware at this time, and you might be able to see certain people in a different way, especially if they're sending you these signals that you haven't seen earlier on. So there could be some people here that have been trying to put the moves on you or put the signals on you, but you just haven't really seen it, you know? You've kind of been busy with your previous cycle that's now coming to an ending to really be able to focus on it. You know, you've been dealing with a lot, and you've been dealing with letting go of a lot and a lot of pain, and I get it, you know? So there could be a secret lover at play here. I don't feel like they're making it so much of a secret, though. I feel like somebody here is just showing you that they care, but you just haven't been able to see it. All right, so try to be a little more aware here this month. There definitely could be somebody here who is trying to show you that they want a romantic investment in you. All right, now real quick, actually, before we go forward, getting back here to this Ace of Swords, I do want to discuss that for just a quick moment. With the Ace of Swords coming out, immediately what I got from this, right, was that there is going to be a lot more clarity for you than you are led to believe. I feel that the Ace of Swords is trying to say that, Gemini, the more time you now start to invest in your new beginning, in your new chapter of your life, the more clearly you're going to see how the past was not benefiting you as much as you thought it was. I think that you are going to clearly see that it is a great option, and it's absolutely amazing right now for you in your life to be moving on. It's like you're going to get all the reasons as to why, you know? So when you were stuck in your past cycle, whatever that cycle might have been, whether you were stuck on an ex, you know, stuck at a job you hated, stuck around people who were shitty towards you, you know, back then the way that you were thinking about it was, well, being stuck here is better than nothing at all. And it's like, you're going to see, like, jumping into your new chapter of your life, okay, no, this is the best thing I could have ever done for me. So you're going to see that this is basically the best decision you could ever make, is what I'm hearing for you. So just throwing that out there, just to give a little bit more depth to this Ace of Swords, I feel like it's awakening a truth here. It's like awakening this message of like, wow, this is the best thing I ever could have done for me. And I'm so glad that I decided to do that. I'm so glad I decided to kind of move on with my life. Now let's go ahead and move forward. We're going to take a look here and see what you can expect now moving throughout the rest of your mid-September 2022. So what can my Gemini people expect here, please? Moving throughout the rest of their mid-September, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What can they expect? First card out, we do got here the Justice. Justice card is coming out here, man, for almost every single zodiac this month. So Justice card coming into play here for you. Big Libra energy. You can expect to be far more balanced. We do got here the Nine of Wands coming up here as well. We do got here the Knight of Pentacles, and then lastly for you, Gemini, we do have here the Magician. So taking a look here at all these energies at play, we got here the Justice, we got the Nine of Wands, we got the Knight of Pentacles, and we do got here the Magician. So what you can expect for the rest of your mid-September is you can definitely expect to be a lot more balanced. That's what the Justice card is all about, but it's also about what's right and just for you, what's fair for you. I do see here with the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is usually a card that represents being a little held back, not being incredibly available or emotionally available. I feel like Nine of Wands is the energy of like, I'm not going to be totally putting myself out there. I feel like it's not necessarily trust issues, but you're not going to be so easily open to people and situations. You're going to have a bit of a watchful eye, if that makes sense, Gemini. It's like, I'm not going to easily trust situations or easily trust people. Like, I'm going to be smart, you know? I'm going to pay attention to my surroundings and pay attention to my investments and make sure what I'm doing is the right thing for me. So I think that you're proceeding with caution. That's the dang thing I've been trying to say the whole time. You're proceeding with caution here, Gemini, moving throughout the rest of your mid-September. Now, we do got here the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady. You don't want to rush into anything in this new chapter of your life, but right now you really are building, okay? We do got here the Magician, really building, establishing, manifesting this new chapter that you want for yourself. So you're going to take it slow, you know? Rome wasn't built in a day. I don't need to rush into my new chapter of my life. I'm going to take things slow, and I'm going to have a hell of a time, a hell of a ride, a hell of a journey, and do what I can to enjoy myself. So I love that for you. Really does feel good. I think that what you can expect here throughout the rest of your mid-month is you can expect to take things slow. You're not in a rush here, Gemini. You're really just kind of enjoying your life. I think you're enjoying your freedom. You know, as I've already mentioned, right, what you might not be aware about. We talked about it already. Ace of Swords, Seven of Cups, Knight of Swords, Lovers. I mean, there is a situation for some Geminis where it's like you might not be aware about somebody who's interested in you or trying to put the moves on you. So you might become aware of that now that I said it. But for other Geminis, it's like you're not aware of how much freedom you actually have. You know, now that the cycle is out of your life, over time, it will become more apparent to you of how much freedom you have and what you can really do. And, you know, it's limitless. This world is limitless. There's so many things we can do now with our lives. So I really feel like as you're packing and you're going, you're just in this energy where it's this whole brand new beginning. You know, the opportunities are limitless. What I can do is limitless. It's like I can do anything. So instead of rushing into something in life, let me take things slow. Let me get it all figured out of who the new Gemini is going to be, who the new me is going to be, and what my new life is going to be, you know? So there's no rush in here. I'm going to proceed in life with caution, for sure, but I'm also going to take things slow, take in the experience, and figure things out on my own. I'm not going to rush into anything at all, and I think that's pretty much a great approach and perspective to have. You know, I'm that type of person that's a very go-with-the-flow type of individual, especially when it comes towards life, and I think it's really important sometimes to kind of just take things slow, enjoy yourself, build your own stability from the ground up, not rush into anything and figure out and test out the waters and see what you'd like to do next with this new chapter you're investing into. All right, Gemini, very cool. Let's go ahead and jump to your overall outcome regarding mid-September 2022. What's going to be the overall outcome here for you? For Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And what do we have? We do have here the Three of Wands. You'll be waiting for those ships to come on in. So Three of Wands. When you look at the Three of Wands, it's a person here that knows that something's coming next. They may not know exactly what's coming, especially on that ship that's coming in forward. But at the end of the day, whether or not there is something amazing that's coming in from that ship, or whether it is just another beginning, it's like, I'm ready here to set sail. You know, Three of Wands is always ready to set sail. Three of Wands has been waiting for this new journey for quite some time. And you can basically, when you think about it, in the open seas, in the open water, you can set sail anywhere. So I feel like that's something that's very prominent as well. Looking at the bottom of the deck, we do have here the Three of Pentacles. You know, I think that, of course, any new chapter is going to require lots of hard work. It's going to require you to build it into whatever you'd like it to be, but it's all going to be dependent on Seven of Pentacles, your investments, right? The choices you make, the things you surround yourself with. So Geminis, I think it's exciting to have a future where you don't exactly know where you're going, because it gives you all this freedom to make it whatever you'd like it to be, which I think is very, very neat. All right, so Gemini, I love this for you. Taking a look here at your mid-September 2022, getting ready to pack and go, moving on from the past. Mercury is definitely going to push that very strongly with you, so it's a pack and go type of time. I'm moving on from my past. I'm moving forward. I don't necessarily know exactly where I'm going, but that's okay. I think that's where there's excitement in it, you know? There's excitement in not necessarily knowing where exactly you're going, but knowing that you have this freedom to kind of go anywhere. So enjoy it, live it up, take it slow, and really enjoy your life and take it all in as much as you can at this time, because it really is a beautiful and blissful energy to be involved in, and I'm happy for you, man. You can do anything right now. So do what you want, man. Do what'll make you happy. Test out the waters, experience shit in life, and you'll have it all figured out eventually. You don't need to have it all figured out right now. All right, Gemini, I love you, baby. Thank you for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed today's video for your mid-September 2022. If you are new here, definitely do consider subscribing. That would be greatly appreciated. If it is not your story, no worries there. You can feel free to check out any other awesome tarot readers on the YouTube platform. And with that being said, I love you, Gemini. Have a great and amazing rest of your month, and I will see y'all in October. Much love, Gemini, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.